Genshin has always been known for its exploration and element-based team combat, which is why it's not surprising that Luna 4's additions to Milliestro Wonderland really aim to open up new possibilities for that core audience. Now you can play as your regular Teyvat Genshin characters in custom stages, which many have been making the most of with training modes to better understand your rotations and artifact builds, and even the unexpected rise of PvP game modes for some casual fun. But the other major addition in this update also opens a ton of more possibilities for the game. This overlooked change was the addition of complex creations, or customized enemies for Milliestro Wonderland, which essentially lets creators make significantly more complicated boss fights that you can also take on with your normal party. Let me take you through how I made a custom boss fight with multiple attack patterns and stages, since it ended up being surprisingly easy. As a jumping off point, there's a handful of sample enemies to pick from, and since I knew I wanted my boss to blast me with tons of projectiles for a challenge, I picked the Electro Abyss Mage. But I definitely needed to make him even more menacing, so I made him 3 times the normal size, gave him dual elemental stabs, and glowing red eyes in the form of red gems, with a murky aura to bring it all together. After setting his aggro radius to be the entire level, I got to working on his custom skills. I ended up with a total of 4 different attacks, which all followed the same process of creating the skill animation from the included options, making projectiles for the skills to launch, and equipping the skills on the boss while deciding their cooldown lengths. Then I needed to figure out the logic for how the skills were to be decided on. This is where the new node graph functionality comes in, as I can use various conditions to determine the priority order of skills. So I made it so that when you are close, that triggers the orbiting attack, when you're far, you'll get targeted by a homing projectile, and otherwise, the spread shot of fire tornadoes. Lastly, I decided to add an enraged phase, which is basically just a bigger attack that will be used when the boss is on low health, so I followed the same formula to make a fireball rain attack, but with randomized positioning and explosions on contact with the floor. Then I added level selection by spawning in one of the 4 identical bosses with different levels and stats, added the win condition on takedown, and uploaded the stage with the relevant details. It definitely took some time to understand how Milliestro Wonderland's editor works, but once you get the hang of it, it has a pretty good balance between accessibility and creative potential. One really neat and unique implementation I saw of having Teyvat characters now playable in Milliestro was in the Kitchen Battle game, a kitchen simulator which has the unique twist that each of the elements has different bonuses, and specific characters also have special Easter eggs. If you didn't really vibe with Milliestro before, I think additions like these will at least resonate with you a lot more than the mannequin stages. I think it's at least worth checking out, along with the other New Year's themed creations that have been released recently. It's also really cool to see systems in place which directly support creators who put in the time and effort to make stages with the colorful surprise box feature. You can use paid or freely acquired prismatic crystals on your favorite games, which equates to real money for that stage's creator. I have a special redemption code for you guys to use on screen or in the links below, which will get you 20 Primogems and 160 Geodes of Replication. And if you are a consistent Milliestro Wonderland player, you might be interested in the new 5-star outfit sets, which have some really nice Chinese New Year theming, and even additional effects integrated into the clothing itself, which is a first. As a Chinese American, I definitely felt nostalgic wearing it while walking around the Lantern Rite decorated hub. And if that's not for you, there's always the Year of the Horse outfits that are super funny, which you can claim now just by logging in. I hope you found this video to be interesting or insightful, and as always, thanks for watching.